So, morning, everyone. It's lovely to be with those who are here with us live, and then those who are listening later. Welcome too. And yeah, last week the universe had other plans because the connection was not great, and I tried changing rooms, and then later on I recorded the whole um, mindful moment, only to hear that there was no sound recorded. So I don't know what happened. It was quite bizarre. But it's lovely to be back with you again this week, and it's such an auspicious time, astronomically, astrologically. There's a lot going on, and so it's important for us to stay grounded in what we're doing, and that's why these mindful moments are important for me to ground myself and hopefully helpful for you. Um, so many of you might remember that that's now 2 weeks ago that I did the mindful moment from a cover, which is where I dropped Pips at Quest. And it's a beautiful farm. There are youngsters from all over the world. We still have not spoken to her since then, so it's been a very long 2 weeks, because it's about becoming disconnected from devices and becoming present and immersed where they are and getting to know each other and getting to know the farm. And we've been sent one or two photos of them climbing a huge sand dune and doing a sleep out under the stars and things like that. Um, but yeah, it's a real privilege for her to be there, and to be turning inward and away from the chaos of the world and of the news. And there has been a lot of news in the last few weeks. There's so much going on with the assassination of Charlie Kirk and the world's response to that. The Unite the Kingdom sort of protests in London, the what the British Prime Minister standing down. There's so much, and astrologically, this past Sunday, well, no, sorry, now this was 10 days ago, was a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. And it's quite a rare sort of blood moon, which is when the moon is completely engulfed um, in the Earth's shadow. And so it was the longest lunar eclipse since 2022. And I'm sure many of you, especially in South Africa, we had lovely views of it. Even in Hilton, where we have a lot of cloud, we had some nice views of it. Oh, sweet, you've got someone coming to join you soon. Um, and yeah, and the lunar eclipses have influence over the next 6 months. And it was in Pisces, which means the moon was sitting in the constellation of Pisces. And it was beautiful to actually, one could see that with a sky view light or any of the stargazing apps. And Pisces is a sign of water and of flow and of letting go. And I'm giving you a very simplistic version because it's definitely not my area of expertise. But the sun has been in Virgo, and Virgo is about service, but it's also about doing things right to perfection. And the shadow side is it's quite self-critical, a feeling of not good enough, not worthy enough, not clever enough, not pretty enough, not whatever enough. You can fill in the blanks for you, and it can lead us to a sense of contraction and tightness. And I'm not sure if you have felt this, but I certainly have, and it's been over the last while, not just the last few weeks. And so with the moon in Pisces, it's all about stepping into to flow and releasing the voice, um, that we so that we can step into the flow of releasing the voice that keeps us tight and keeps us constricted, so we can step into the flow of what we're called by God to do and to live in love. And the big theme coming up at the moment is an ending of victimhood, and that things are happening to me. Pam Gregory, who I like to listen to her videos, she suggests a change in perspective from life is happening to me, to life is happening for me. And there are hard things that happen in all our lives, and some of us are going through really, really hard times. But if we can try and use this perspective of life happening for me as opposed to life happening to me, can help us to sort of shift our energy. And this is such a powerful time to pause and release and realign. With the next eclipse is not, yeah, just on the 22nd of, sorry, the 21st of September, is the solar eclipse. And then the Libra equinox, when the sun is directly above the equator, is on the 22nd of September. So it's a little bit like striking a tuning fork for the next few months, which brings in this time of balance and of of change. So there's a lot going on, but it's not so much about action. It's rather about intention and creating the vision and the feeling of where you may be going. And we'll go through this poem as well, that this Mary Oliver poem about the gardener tending his roses, and it just reminds us about the allowing ourselves the the simple things, the picking the roses, the walking in the garden, the hearing of the listening to the bird song, the looking at the stars, the going for a walk. These things that we've been so entrenched are a waste of time, or um, you know, not to allow ourselves the time and space to do these sort of things. And there's such a lovely post by Zach Bush, which is quite astounding, and I will share it on our group. And it's all about birdsong affecting the trees. And he says the most viral experience we have is nature. In a time when we are measured by algorithms, numeric conversions, and the personas we display online, nature reminds us of a wealth that goes beyond technology, one where Earth's living systems are the most ancient intelligence we know and have much for us to remember. One example of this is the incredible collaboration that occurs between birds, trees, and plants within an ecosystem. There's no metric of competition between these species, yet their existence simply helps one helps one another to live better, more fully. And there are now studies and theories in place regarding the effect of birdsong on plant and tree growth. In these observations, it's noted that birdsong is a form of stress relief for plants, allowing for the stoma or pores to open, thus improving the ability to absorb water and nutrients. How fascinating is it that the vibration of the bird's melody helps the trees and plants grow with more vitality? What this reminds us is that nature is not an isolated system. Every single species within it holds a crucial role within the ecosystem, and we are included in this dance. Much of our illnesses can be attributed to the isolation we are exposed to on a daily basis, whether it's behind the phone, desk, or steering wheel. A large portion of our time is spent disconnected from the very nature that nurtures us back to health. Let nature be the most viral piece of content you engage with today. Step outside, breathe with the trees, and let the birdsong open up your capacity for growth, just as they do for the plants. When we put ourselves back into the woven care of nature, we expand our capacity for engaging with natural systems, one another, and ourselves in incredible ways. A dance where we are no longer the species isolated from its own home, but deeply entwined. A space where words we speak and the energy we carry is like birdsong to the biology and psyche of each being we encounter, life-giving, nurturing, and balancing. And that last paragraph I'm going to just read again, because he's talking about a space where the words we speak and the energy we carry is like birdsong to the biology and psyche of each being we encounter, life-giving, nurturing, and balancing. And so I'll share that because there's a whole visual that goes into a little bit more about the bird song opening the tree's pores. I mean, it's just quite astounding to even start to think these things. But we all know how much better we feel in nature and how much more soothed and calm we feel in nature. And the intention for me in these mindful moments is to create the coherence in my body and in our bodies and in our community, and that we can bring this heart coherence. This is something that has been so measured by the HeartMath Institute, that we can actually bring this energy of coherence into the spaces we go into each day. And what, that our energy that we share with others. So with saying that, I invite you just to close your eyes or drop your gaze. And just to take a deep breath in and then visibly release that breath, audibly release that breath. And just doing that 2 or 3 more times. Then the sigh, allowing this exhale of energy to bring your attention into your body. Often our attention is scattered in the world around us. It's busy in our mind and in our brain. And just now, with each exhale, bringing our attention into our body. A softening and a letting go. Sensing into points of connection with the earth beneath us. Maybe we're sitting on the floor or with feet connected to the floor. And just pausing and noticing these points of contact with the earth. Sensing deeply into all the spaces you connect with the earth beneath you. And then slowly allowing your attention to move up through your body, through your pelvis, spine, up into shoulders, neck, head, to assume a position of expansion, of dignity, of strength, of opening of your neck and shoulders and head, but also of softness. So reaching up towards the heavens, the sky above us. Opening our attention as if in a wide angle lens and taking in sounds around us. Just listening for sounds that are far, maybe sounds that are close, and just allowing them to land. And then bringing our attention into more of a closed lens. Dropping attention into your body, into your breath. Just noticing the gentle expansion of chest and belly. And then the softening and letting go. Dropping into your heart space, the center of your chest, and just breathing directly into this area as if there was a funnel of light going in and out of your heart space. Slow and purposeful inhales and exhales. Just immersing in this breath, in this light, as it goes in and out of your heart space. Tapping into a sensation of coherence. Inviting a sensation of gratitude for simple pleasures, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the sound of bird song, beauty of sunrises and sunsets, and whatever else comes to mind for you. Perhaps setting an intention to open up to the blessings of the world around us. In the blessing of a glass of water or of a warm drink. Have I lived enough? Have I loved enough? Have I considered right action enough? Have I come to any conclusions? Have I experienced happiness with sufficient gratitude? Have I endured loneliness with grace? I say this, or perhaps I'm just thinking it. Actually, I probably think too much. Then I step out into the garden, where the gardener, who is said to be a simple man, is tending his children, the roses. Have I lived enough? Have I loved enough? Have I considered right action enough? Have I come to any conclusions? Have I experienced happiness with sufficient gratitude? Have I endured loneliness with grace? I say this, or perhaps I'm just thinking it. Actually, I probably think too much. Then I step out into the garden, where the gardener, who is said to be a simple man, is tending his children, the roses. Just connecting with this sensation of coherence, of gratitude, of breath. And knowing it's available to us at any time in our day when we pause and drop back into our body and into our breath. When we find ourselves feeling sensations of anxiety or stress or agitation or activation, just knowing that this is available to us. To pause, to drop into breath, to drop into gratitude. And then when you're ready, just taking a deep breath in and breathing out, moving into fingers and toes, shoulders, arms, stretching. When you're ready, opening your eyes, taking in colors and light around you. It's lovely to have you. Thank you for joining. Be gentle with yourselves and ourselves the next few weeks. There's a lot going on energetically, astrologically. We see it in the world around us. And what the world needs more than ever is calm and the connection. And that is what we can offer and give ourselves. Thanks, Jen. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll be sending out information about our spring shed. It's coming this week. We're just finalizing last few things. It'll be from this time next month, 15th of October. It's because we're away so much. Nikki's overseas and I'm doing Pondo, and we've pushed it out a little bit, but it's going to be very special time. So thank you. Thank you so much, Delona. Thanks, Sue. Thanks, Jen. Oh, lovely. Looking out into your roses. Enjoy. Yeah. Feeling love. See you next week. Bye, everyone.